Welcome guys. Today I'm going to show you how you can set up a Django application in your Windows operating system. So first what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a folder on the desktop. Okay, so I'm just going to say like Django, let's name it as eCoders. So eCoders is the folder on the desktop which I created just to create my application here in this particular location. Now I'm just going to copy this particular location and open a new command prompt. Okay, you just have to go to start and type cmd. It is going to open a command prompt like this. Okay, first we will have to navigate to this particular folder. So since it is in C drive, we don't have to give any kind of E drive or something like that, like C colon, if you don't have to do like that. So just type cd and paste the path over here, hit enter, and you'll be inside that particular location. Now you just have to install virtual environment software. So pip install virtual env. So this is the software which is required to create a virtual environment. Okay, if it is already installed, it is going to say requirements are already satisfied, but if it is not, then it is going to say, means it will connect to the internet and it is going to download this virtual environment software for us. So using this virtual environment, virtual env, okay, I'm going to create a virtual environment called as my env. Hit enter and you'll be able to see a new folder getting created over here. See, it just came right now. Okay, and if you just open this folder, you will find the scripts folder, and in which you're going to see the activate, deactivate, and all those files which is required to activate the virtual environment. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the virtual environment, which I have named it as my env. Then put a backward slash, then type scripts, because we have to navigate to the scripts folder, and then we have to use the activate.batch file. So hit enter and your virtual environment name, if it appears on the left side, which means we have successfully activated our virtual environment. Okay, and now inside this virtual environment, okay, in this virtual environment, I'm going to create the first Django project. Okay, for that what we need is Django library. So we need to install using the pip command, pip install Django, like this. Hit enter and it is going to connect to the internet, and it is going to download the necessary files which is required to create a Django application. So once when it is done, okay, so what you have to do is you just have to type Django. Let me type Django -admin. See, it is going to list out all the commands which the Django admin can use. So it's like check, compile messages, and all those things. Okay, now we have this run server. That is the one which runs the application. Okay, then there is a key, or you can say command, which says start project. Okay, which says start project, and so this is what we are going to use. See, Django admin is going to use this one to start a project in this virtual environment. So all you have to do is, let's do it like this. You just have to say a command saying that Django, we need to create a project called as that will be the main project name. So what I'll do, I'll type it like this: Django -admin. So he's going to use one of the commands that is called as start project. So start project. So make sure you don't give any kind of space or anything. Okay, so my project name is going to be like eCoders, DERS. So hit enter and it's going to create a new project folder here. And if you open up this, okay, can you see there is a manage.py file, and there is one separate project file which is called as eCoders itself, and then settings.py. Okay, so this will be the main file which will be running the application. So now let me do one more time this one, but this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this project folder where my virtual environment is there. And now first for the time being, what I'll do, I'll just delete this project from here. Okay, see, right now I've deleted the project. Now let us create that project one more time. See, I'll go to the command prompt and type Django -admin start project called as eCoders, and just put a dot at the end. Now hit enter, and what it's going to do is it's going to create a project folder for us. Okay, now if I navigate to this particular eCoders folder, you don't see one more eCoders folder is getting created inside this one. Okay, it is just to avoid one more folder which is called as eCoders, and this is the prime location where all the files are going to get created for that particular project called as eCoders. Okay, now this is the main file which runs the application. Okay, which is going to run the application, and to run the application, I'm going to use the command called as run server. So this is one of the commands which the admin of this Django application can do it. Okay, now first what you need to do is we need to navigate to this particular folder. Okay, or what you can say is you can be in this particular location itself where you are seeing the virtual environment activated. Okay, so you are inside this particular folder, and this file is the one which will be using to run the application. So to run the application, all you have to say like this: python use this manage.py file. See, this is the file, and you have to say the Django admin command that is called as run server. Hit enter, and it is going to give you an URL of the application from which using which you can start the Django application. So this is that particular URL. You just copy and paste it in any one of your browsers whichever you are using. Okay, so let me just use my Chrome browser and paste the link over there. That is this 8000 link. When you hit enter, okay, if you see this window saying that this rocket symbol and this message, the installation works successfully and congratulations, which means you may have successfully configured a Django application, and that too Django main project in your Windows operating system. Okay, so this is where we will be creating our mini apps and all those things in our Java, in our Visual Studio Code. Okay, so let me just copy this, and you will have to start Visual Studio Code or any one of your editors whichever you are using. So let me open up the Visual Studio Code and let us navigate to that particular folder. So let me click on open folder, paste the path over here, hit enter, and click on select folder. So you'll be inside this particular folder right now. Okay, this, let me close off all of this. Okay, see, as you can see, we have the main project folder which is called as ecoders, and we have the main file which is called as settings.py. So here is where we have to set all the properties of our application. Now this is the, please note, this is the main project of the application. Now in this location itself, okay, so let me just go to the command prompt and show you what we need to do is we need to create an app. Okay, let's say I want to first create an app. So first what you have to do is you have to stop the server from running. Okay, see, if I just say Control C, it is going to stop the server, and if I just refresh the web browser, it is going to say the page is not available and all those things like that. Okay, so let me just close this one, that is not required anymore. Okay, now what we need to do is, see, in this location, we are going to create our first app. Okay, we are going to create our first app. So, and that first app is also going to be by this python manage.py. Okay, we are going to start an app called as let's say I am creating a website where I want to have lots of subjects where the students can go and learn. Okay, see, my app, let's say I'm creating an app which is called as python. Okay, when I hit enter, okay, see, you will be able to see that python folder just appearing over here. Okay, and just like this, okay, let me say I'm going to create a separate app called as Java. Okay, python manage.py, start an app called as Java. So hit enter, and you'll be able to see that Java folder also got created over here. Okay, so right now I have two apps running in this Django application, or you can say Django project. Okay, but now what we need to do is first we need to register this python app and this Java app inside the ecoders. Okay, see, inside the ecoders in settings.py. okay, if you just scroll down, here is where we have to mention all the installed apps of our application. So here, just like how it is written, I'll put the double quotes and I'll say python is one of the projects, one of the apps which I'm going to create. Okay, then there is a separate app which is called as Java. Okay, just put a comma after that, and this is how we have successfully registered both the applications in the settings.py and inside the installed _apps list. Okay, now what we have to do is, see, suppose let's go to Java folder. So you are going to get all these files. Okay, all these files. Okay, now in views.py. Okay, views.py is the file where you are going to create all the views. Okay, views are nothing but the functions which will take you to that particular page of the application. So let's create a function over here. Okay, the function name I want to keep it as like this Java homepage. Okay, we can name anything, whatever function name we want to keep. Okay, and a Java home page is going to return return like an HTTP response. Okay, it's going to return an HTTP response for us on this particular request. So we are going to add request as a one of the parameters of this particular function, you can say. Okay, and this HTTP response also you will need to have to import from the Django library that is called as Django.http. So I'm going to say it like this: Django.http. We need to import this HTTP response function. Okay, and here in this function, okay, I'm just going to have double curly braces or double quotes, and inside the h1 tag, let's say I'll say this is the Java homepage, like this. Okay, see, this is going to be the first route of our Java application. So just like this. Okay, let's say there is a Java variables page. So I'm going to create variables, IABLES. Okay, let me fix the indentation. Okay, and it's going to say Java variables page, like this. Okay, so right now we have two routes, okay, two views. Okay, and for this we need to have to create routes. Okay, we will have to create a routes are nothing but the URLs of the applications, where by putting on the browser, okay, it will take you to either to the home page or it will take you to the Java variables page. Okay, like that. So but what you'll have to do is, see, inside this Java folder, okay, that is your mini app, you will have to create a new file which will be called as urls.py, and inside this one you are going to create all the URLs for going to Java pages. Okay, you're going to create the URLs for going to the Java app, you can say. So but for this, what we need to do is we need to import one function which is called as path. Okay, and that we are going to get it from, you have to say like this: Django from Django. Okay, that library is called as URLs itself. Okay, we need to say import. Okay, there is a function called as path. Okay, we need this. It's not really path, it is path. Okay, now once after doing this, okay, we have to say like this: URL patterns, TRNS patterns is equal to, see, you can create as a list. Okay, and then use this path function to say that in order to go to the home page, okay, of Java. Okay, so if I say Java home, okay, it is going to take me to the Java home page. But for this the appropriate function which we have created in views.py is this one. Okay, Java home page. So let me just grab that name from here, views.py file, and here we will have to say like this. Okay, see, in views in this views WIEWS. Okay, see, there is a file called as views. Okay, in this, okay, we have a function called as Java homepage. Okay, see, this is how we are going to show. Okay, this is how we are going to show that particular page. But we will have to import, see, dot that file which is called as views. So from the root folder, dot means the root folder, we need to import that views file. That's it. Okay, see, in the views file itself we have created this particular function which takes us to the Java homepage. Now here what we have to say is we can name anything like this. We can give a name saying that this is the Java homepage. See, like this we can name anything for our route. Okay, so this is the first route which we have just created. Okay, now what we need to do is, see, I have one more route. Okay, one more route going to the Java variables page. Okay, it will have the topic of the variables and everything which is coming in Java. Okay, so for that what we need to do is we need to just copy the same thing like this. Okay, and please don't forget to mention the comma at the last, and here just paste it like this. Okay, now in order to go to the Java variables page, okay, the URL I'm going to select is Java variables, like this. Okay, and then we have to say in the views file. Okay, in the views file, what is the function which takes you to the Java variables page? It is this one. So let me just copy that name and change it over here, like this. Okay, and then you need to change the name as well. So for this I'll keep a separate name. Okay, if you want, we can keep the same name as a function name, that is the Java variables. Okay, so we have the two routes, okay, for the Java application, which will go to that particular pages whenever we give this URL. Okay, whenever we give this URL. And one more thing, I forgot that we don't have to mention the forward slash at the beginning. We will have to mention at the last, like this, okay, in Django. So let me just save it, and we are done with all the routes which uh, particularly belongs to the views.py file. Okay, so this is how we are going to create the routes for our Java project, or you can say Java app inside the eCoders project. Okay, now same way, okay, we will have to do for the Python file also, but we'll come back to that later on. Okay, now what we need to do is, see, in eCoders also you will find a file called as urls.py. Okay, this is the default file which comes with Django installation. Now here what we need to do is, we need to tell that the URL paths are there. See, this is for the admin site. Okay, inbuilt admin site, you get it in Django, but now it doesn't know that we have a Java app and we have to include all its URL also in this particular file. So I'm going to use the path function once again. Okay, now this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep double quotes empty. Okay, and here I will use one more function which is called as include. Okay, we have to use the function called as include, and that also will need to import from the URLs library. So let me put that here at the top, and here we have to mention that I have an app. Okay, that has to be in double quotes. Okay, see, I have an app called as Java, and all its URL it has to include in this particular file. Okay, see, our project, okay, eCoders right now knows that we have to include, it has to include all the Java apps URLs. Okay, because URLs is the file which we have just created here. See, these are all the URLs of the Java app. Okay, and in the urls.py of eCoders we have mentioned that we have to include all the Java URLs as well. Okay, now this is how you are going to create your project along with the settings, whatever I showed you in settings.py, that is the first installed apps and everything. Then you will have to create a urls.py inside your app folder and create all the URLs like this. Okay, and you will have to write all the views. Views are nothing but the functions which you are going to write, and it is going to show you some HTML pages on the screen like this. Okay, so now let me save it. Let's go to the command prompt and run the project one more time. Okay, in order to run the project, as I told you, that you have to say run server is the command which will run the project, but you will have to use Python manage.py file, okay, to run the project. Okay, run the project, run server. Okay, hit enter, and it's going to give you the 8000 URL once again. Copy it. Okay, go to any one of your browsers, and let me put it over here and paste it and run. Okay, see guys, right now it is going to say page not found and all those things. That is because here, let me show you in urls.py. See, here we have not mentioned any kind of URL as of right now as a starting page of the application. Okay, but if you go and check out the browser, it is going to say, see, we have one admin route. Okay, we have an admin route. See, let me just copy that and put it over here by putting a forward slash and pasting it, and see, you'll be coming to the admin page. Okay, just like this, we have two more, that in order to go to the Java page, we'll just have to use Java home and forward slash. So let me just put it over here and hit enter, and as you can see, we are at the Java home page. Okay, and now we have let me go back and see, we have one more variable over here that is called as Java variables. So let me just copy that, that is the one of the URLs, and put a forward slash, hit paste it and hit enter, and you will be at the Java variables page of the app which we have just created. Okay, now let me do the same thing, okay, for the you can say for the Python app also. Okay, see, right now we have created a Java app. Okay, and let me just minimize this. Okay, we'll not come to the Java app anymore. Okay, and now let's come to the Python app. As you can see, we have got the models.py, test.py, and views.py also is there. Okay, but we don't have any kind of functions to go to any page right now. Okay, and see, as you can see, just like Java folder itself, we don't have any kind of urls.py file over here. Okay, so first what I'm going to do, just like let me close off all the other things. Okay, see, first let me close this one also. First let me show you that settings.py. So first thing what you're going to do, see, you have mentioned that Python project also got added, sorry, Python app also got added into the ecoders folder. Now what you are going to do, see, in Python app folder, see, first of all what you are going to do, see, you have views.py, and just like the Java views.py, see, let me just go to the Java folder and open that views.py of the Java. See, I'm going to grab the entire thing, let's close it, and let's come to the views.py of Python app, and that's copy it and paste it over here. Okay, and instead of Java home page, let me name the function as Python home page, and here let me make this function as Python variables. Okay, and here also let's change this to Python, and this also let's change this to Python. Okay, so we have successfully created two functions. Okay, views are nothing but the functions which will take you to some kind of an HTML page. Okay, now you will have to create, okay, you will have to create a new file which will be called as urls.py. okay, this will be specifically for the Python file. Okay, Python app you can say. So here first of all what you need is this URL patterns. Okay, URL patterns, and that is going to be a list. Okay, and this one first you will want this path function to mention all the paths, where it is, how it is, and all the URLs. Okay, so first I'll put saying that Python home. Okay, Python home page, like this, something like this, and put a forward slash. This is going to be the URL of the application to go to Python's home page. Okay, and for this the function which we will be creating will be inside the views folder. Okay, sorry, views .py file, and inside that one let me just show you views.py. here this is the function for that, so let me grab that and put it over here, views dot, like this. But as mentioned before, we will have to import. Okay, we will have to import this views okay, from the root folder. So I'll say from dot is the root folder, we need to import views file. Okay, so that is done, and let me just come to the last and give the name also, like this. I'll name it as Python homepage or something like this. So this is how I have named my first path. Okay, but for this one also, like previously, let me go to this urls.py and grab this line and put it over here as well. Okay, so this is the path which we have just created, okay, for going to the home page of the application. Okay, now this is showing me error because I just closed this parenthesis over here, which is not allowed, so it should be here at the end. Okay, so just like this, I'm going to create one more path to go to the Python variables page. So let me copy the whole thing, put a comma at the last, paste it over here, and let's make that route as well. Okay, instead of saying Python home, I'll say Python variables, RIABLES, like this. Okay, and then let me make this into proper lines, and in views.py of Python app. Okay, the function name is this one, so let me grab this and change here in urls.py file, and we can change the name also to something else, like this. Okay, so we have successfully created our routes as well for the Python app, which is under ecoders. Now all we need to do is go to the main project so url.py, and here also, just like how we have included the Java apps all URLs, okay, just like this we will have to need to include the Pythons as well. So here you just have to say the app name is Python. Okay, and we have created the urls.py file of that, and we need to include that in our main project folder. So let me just save it. Let me go to the browser once again. Okay, see, it is still running. Okay, let me go to the browser. Okay, and let's come back and let's refresh the page. See, as you can see, earlier they were only like these three routes: admin, Java home, and Java variables page. Okay, now two more got added, that is Python home and Python variables. Okay, now you just have to grab one of these URLs, put it over here by putting a forward slash first, paste it, hit enter, and you will be at the Python's home page. And then let's suppose I want to go to the Python variables page. Okay, and for that I'll have to grab this URL, put a forward slash, hit enter, and you'll be at the Python variables page. Okay, we have a typo, but we can correct it in the previous. Okay, so we can come here, you can say like this, in views.py of the Python variables, ARIA variables page, like this. Let's save it. Let's go to the browser. Okay, and check out once again. We grab this, put a forward slash, paste it, hit enter, and you will be at the variables page of the Python app. Okay, see what we are trying to do is, see, just like this website w3 schools or something is there, schools.com. Okay, see here they have lots of tutorials like this, HTML, CSS, like this. Okay, and they have also for the learning Java and Python. See, if I click on learn Java, it will come to the Java page. So this is the home page of Java, and if I click on Python, this will be the homepage for Python. Okay, see, you can consider all these as mini apps which are there in w3 schools project. Okay, just like how I have created like this over here. Okay, so we have a Java page separately, we have a Python page separately. Okay, and everything is inside the eCoders folder right now. Okay, so this is how you are going to set up. Okay, so this is how you are going to set up the main project, that is eCoders, and you can add as many mini projects as possible like Java or Python, which we have just added inside this application. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Okay, please like and subscribe my channel. I'll be posting a lot of videos like this. Thank you very much.